Coming up on today's episode of Airborne-Unlimited, Royal Air Force Red Arrows to tour Canada. Taylor Swift sells off one jet. Disabled pilots take A320 for a spin digitally. Welcome to Airborne Unlimited. I'm your host, Holland Lee. Let's get into today's stories. Royal Air Force Red Arrows to tour Canada. The Royal Air Force Red Arrows has announced tour stops in Canada for the 2024 Airshow season. Helping to celebrate the Royal Canadian Air Force's 100th anniversary this year, the team has included 4 North American tour stops that begin in late August and conclude in September. Based at RAF Waddington in Lincolnshire, UK, the Red Arrows, officially known as the Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, have flown nearly 5,000 displays in 57 countries and will be celebrating its 60th season in 2024, with a full tour scheduled to begin in late May and conclude in early October. The visit to Canada, named Maple Hawk, will also include multiple flyovers at key locations during their stay. August 24th through 25th, Airshow Atlantic at CFB Greenwood, Nova Scotia. August 31st through September 2nd, Canadian International Airshow in Toronto, Ontario. September 7th and 8th, Aero-Gatineau Ottawa Airshow in Gatineau, Quebec. And September 13th through 15th, Airshow London in London, Ontario. In addition to the flying, the team will encourage a focus on STEM, mirroring a similar approach to when the Red Arrows last visited Canada in 2019, which saw tens of thousands of people taking part in ground events and engagements. Flying distinctive Hawk fast jets, the team is made up of pilots, engineers, and essential support staff with frontline operational experience. Coming up after the break, NASA JPL begins layoffs.
I'm currently using the Hartzell Talon, by far the best aerobatic propeller ever come out.
I use the Trailblazer. It adds performance to the Super Decathlon and dependability, and it's rugged.
Hartzell's been an excellent partner for Whip Air, just in terms of your product support as well as keeping an eye on the market and developing new products that meet demand.
It's helping us all have better performing airplanes.
It's such a proud honor to fly behind that propeller.
Coming to Sun and Fun's 50th fly-in celebration, Trace Atkins for an opening day concert.
I took a war since I was a kid between Jesus and Joan.
Don't miss Trace Atkins with special guest Sarah Evans.
Ponytail girl grown up to be a woman, now she's gone in a blink of an eye.
Get your tickets now and be a part of the kickoff celebration for Sun and Fun's 50th fly-in. Go to flysnf.org.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm Barry Canutula, the CEO of King Schools, and you're invited to join me, John and Martha, and everyone at King Schools as we celebrate 50 years of helping pilots like you achieve their aviation goals. Until February 15th, you can save up to $250 on select King Schools courses. Just go to kingschools.com/50 years for all the details. But hurry, these savings expire on February 15th.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. NASA JPL begins layoffs. The NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory will be suffering a round of layoffs, quote, in the absence of a fiscal year 2024 appropriation from Congress, end quote, with staff told that 8% of them would be cut loose. The overall loss will affect approximately 530 of the JPL staff, with 40 contractors expected to join them in their layoffs. JPL Director Lori Leshin broke the news in an apologetic note to everyone in her care, saying that the lab is forced to cut its spending in order to keep other projects funded should Congress fail to issue the needed funds. Oshkosh 2024 promotes illuminating 500 drone night airshow performance. Oshkosh will literally glow in the dark this year. The growing aerial art form of lighted drones is coming to AirVenture Oshkosh in 2024, as Starlight Aerial Productions brings its display to night air shows on July 24th and 27th. The 71st edition of EAA's Fly-In Convention is coming to Whitman Regional Airport in Oshkosh July 22nd through 28th. Up to 500 state-of-the-art drones will take to the sky for the performances during AirVenture's popular night air shows, offering dazzling light displays and captivating illustrations in front of the audiences. Gamma notes Senate committee advancing FAA reauthorization. Late last week, the U.S. Senate Committee on Commerce, Science, and Transportation passed its FAA reauthorization bill. Gamma President and CEO Pete Bunn stated, quote, "It is encouraging to see the Senate take this critical step toward passing a long-term FAA reauthorization bill. Congress must ensure that the FAA and Administrator Whitaker have the tools needed to support operational and programmatic direction that can facilitate the aviation sector's future path toward increasing levels of safety and innovation." End quote. Axiom 3 mission to ISS concluded safely. The third private astronaut mission to the ISS successfully completed its journey. Axiom Mission 3 and its 4 crew members safely returned to Earth Friday, splashing down off the coast of Daytona, Florida. Axiom space astronauts Michael Lopez Alegria, Walter Villaday, Marcus Want, and Alper Gezerovci returned to Earth aboard a SpaceX Dragon spacecraft at 8:30 EST, completing their nearly 22-day mission that included 18 days aboard the space station. Teams aboard SpaceX recovery vessels retrieved the spacecraft and astronauts. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. Taylor Swift sells off one jet. Internationally famed pop star Taylor Swift was noted to be selling off her Dassault Falcon 900LX, igniting speculation that the singer may also be turning to private charters in a bid to beef up her privacy. She has not weighed in to correct the matter, leading to plenty of conjecture. Her public profile has grown beyond her pop country bonafides in the wake of a running relationship with NFL player Travis Kelce, putting her on the radar of many, particularly the hall monitors of carbon emissions. Private journalists and followers have tracked Swift's movements with precision, totaling up her fuel use and pollutant generation throughout her travels. As such, people have speculated Swift is offloading aircraft owned and operated in-house and will be moving to a charter arrangement to obscure her location and movements. One follower online was even served by a firm representing Swift, who said the 21-year-old college student's private journalism was providing, quote, individuals intent on harming Swift with a roadmap to carry out their plans, end quote. Going charter would make some sense and allow her to wash her hands of having her own name on the ADS-B track, though Swift has kept her Dassault Falcon 7X with no plans to sell yet. And after these messages, disabled pilots take A320 for a spin digitally. Welcome back. Disabled pilots take A320 for a spin digitally. Aerobility got a chance to bring some of its friends, students, and staff to the Avion Flight Training Centre at London Luton Airport, offering the disabled aviators a chance to try out the narrowbody airliner in the simulated world. The experience comes courtesy of the Aviatrix Project, quote, an organization that works to raise awareness, particularly amongst women and girls, but also people from diverse backgrounds, about aviation as a potential career choice, end quote. Aviatrix donated the experience to Aerobility, a charity whose mission aligns somewhat closely with its own. The youngest of Aerobility's pupils was 16-year-old Sammy, whose, quote, passion for aviation served as a lifeline during difficult times with his mental health, end quote. The teenager said, quote, this was unlike anything I've ever done before. It was such an incredible experience. It feels so real. It was really fun, end quote. Brian Wheeler, COO of Aerobility, expressed his gratitude for the chance, saying, quote, This was an amazing experience for our team, and we want to pay tribute to the great generosity of both Avion and the Aviatrix project. Their support not only provided an unforgettable day, but also contributes to our mission of creating opportunities for disabled individuals in the world of aviation." End quote. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne, and don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.